Alright, what's your company code?
F450.
Huh?
F450. Actually, I've been going on with her, so I remember everything, whatever I'm telling you now. F450.
Okay, where you're getting the error? You said OB52, right?
She's saying whenever she's doing open and close posting period, she's not able to save the data. No, she did not save it.
I have problem here.
F7. I think variant is F7.
Where is the variant?
F7.
F7, variant F7.
No, posting period variant. Where is posting period variant?
Posting period variant.
Huh?
You're talking
Fiscal
about
year,
fiscal
there are
year
two
variant,
things.
right?
You did not do. I'm telling you did not do the settings. You people are telling you have done the settings. In this, when you do fiscal year, these are the two settings.
Yeah, she has done
What
that.
about the posting periods? Here you will identify, right, which year and which this one through this variant.
Oh, I think I forgot to tell her about that. I'm sorry.
That variants are open posting period.
You have to define this, right?
Yeah, I think we forgot it.
Then you need to set up this.
I think we might have lost that.
Yeah, I think we will.
Okay. Alright, let's start, man. I don't know where these guys disappear. That is the reason you taking up the toughest one is people will get annoyed.
No, I think
Update.
I think they will join, Kabir. They did
Yeah.
not say anything about, not coming today.
Okay, I don't know. This was a little bit tougher side. Actually, I took it for you people. This one. Okay, now what did I do? Yesterday it was taking a lot of time on this, so I just tell you that I was getting one issue with regard to the document splitting, right? So what I did was, it takes a hell of time, so what I did, I went to this, define document splitting characteristics of general ledger. Over here I went there, I just unchecked this, these were all checked, okay? I just got it unchecked and I saved it. Okay, when you do it, it'll take almost 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes it'll take to saving this. That's it I did.
Only
I
uncheck or do we need to feed any data? Only uncheck and save or do we need
Yeah,
to...
uncheck and just save it because we have not done the configuration with regarding to document splitting.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and the new GL have not yet gone into it. I've just unchecked that. Okay, now what I'll do is, if you remember yesterday I was running this KO88.
Yeah.
F500. This was the order. So can somebody tell me what it should do? What it should do?
I'm not there for yesterday's class, so...
Yeah, Farhan, this 28,000 should transfer from order to AUC.
yes.
Right. AUC asset. I'll execute. Go here. Now can you see here from this order, the sender, receiver is your fixed asset, FXA. Hello? AUC
Yeah.
asset.
Yeah.
28,000. So once we run it in the real run, when you come back AW01N, if you come back here, you give your, this is your main, this is your AUC asset. See, no, nothing is over here. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
No value. So value should come over here 28,000 after I run it in the real run. Okay.
Okay.
I'll uncheck. I am running it. Now if I come back, now I'll check that. Okay, sender is this. As usual we have seen it, right? See, 1, 2, 3. 10,000, 10,000. Receiver values. Is receiving who? Fixed assets, see? FXA.
Okay.
Okay, now I'll go back and check this particular report again. Back. Execute. Got it, 28,000 now?
Yeah.
In the AUC asset.
Mm-hmm.
Now, from the AUC, it should move to the final asset over here.
Final set.
Hello?
Yes.
We're not
Yeah.
getting this.
Yes.
Now it should move from there to here. So in order to move that, now from, it has moved with KO88, we have moved the cost, moved from order to AUC. Now I need to move the cost. I don't know, let us take AIAB or something, I don't know. Line item V2. This AUC cost to be moved to final asset.
Is
Here,
it
this is what
AI
I-
or A1?
Yeah. Sorry. Tell me, what you were asking?
Is it A1 or AI?
AIAB.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So now I want to move this from the, what do you call, from the final, from the AUC asset to the final asset. This is what I want to achieve now.
Okay.
Okay. To do this, yesterday we defined settlement profile, remember? Hello?
Yes.
This one. So again, I need to define one more settlement profile with respect to asset accounting. Let me check this. I'll go back to financial accounting, asset accounting, sovereign transaction.
Excuse me.
Can you see here define or assign settlement profiles over here?
Mm-hmm.
I go here, define settlement profile, new entries. Now I'll define this as K501 SETTLE settlement profile K500 for asset accounting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't require an allocation structure for this. Okay, if you want, you can define one. I think the sample one needs to be defined, I suppose. Yes. Otherwise it will not go. If I want to define an allocation structure, I think I need to go back to the rental order only. Okay, let me take the settlement profile, new entries. I pick up some allocation structure. Okay. FA 100% settlement equivalence amount settlement. Okay, receiver, fixed assets, SA, distribution. So yesterday we did this. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm saving it. Actually, this allocation structure is not required, but it's throwing an error.
Okay.
Okay, assign this to your code is F500. I defined it as what?
K501.
Okay.
It's K501.
I'm just checking over here whether it has come or not.
You got it. It's there. Settlement PROF. I think it's there.
Okay. Save it.
Okay.
think I need to. I think that allocation structure I'll define it.
Excuse me.
Just I'm defining, nothing I'm doing. Okay,
Okay.
F1. Saving it. Okay, assignment is also done. Now comes your execution. Now I have to come and execute that particular so that it gets transferred from AUC to final asset. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me just show you the reports once again. So what is the amount here for the final asset? 200,000. Right. So how much it should become now after I transfer? Hello.
228.
Hello. Huh?
228.
228 it should become. This should get clear. Okay.
Fun.
Right.
Adi.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Did I miss a lot?
No.
What's the time?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. We're about to done. We're almost done. Hello. Hey.
Farhan.
Yeah.
Huh.
So.
Can you send me the recording?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, can you send me the recording? Okay, yeah.
Kadir read your mind.
Huh?
I said
No.
Kadir read your
He's got a
mind.
lot of humor, you know. Akhil has got a lot of humor, man.
Yeah. Hold on.
I missed 20 minutes.
Hold on.
I missed 20 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. It's okay. Go.
Fun. If you could get me down to, I'll be grateful.
Yeah, sure.
All right. I already said 2 good students are missing from the session.
Yeah.
my
Add me on
goodness.
Skype. I'll send it to you. Add me on Skype.
Oh, Skype? Okay.
Okay. Fixed assets. Keep processing. I think postings. Capitalize. Yeah, over here. AIAB. Okay. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Execute. It shows in red color, see?
Yeah.
That AUC asset.
Yeah.
Okay. You select this, either you select this way or you edit like this, you say select all, it is same. Okay.
Yeah.
Then you select this. So after you select all, click on this enter. Can you see here this one?
I think it got deselected.
Yeah, you need to select this, click on this.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm going slow on here. Okay, here. Click on this. So for this, I have to enter this, right? FXA, right? Receiver is FXA, right?
Mhm.
Here. Who is receiving it? This one, right? Final asset, right?
Final asset.
100%, right?
Mhm.
Now if I go to the back arrow, watch this. What will happen? That red color. Turn to green, see?
Oh, it's down to green.
Okay, now you go to the settlement over here.
Mm-hmm.
It says save the changes to the, yes, save it. The
Okay.
dates are very important over here. So I'm doing it on 31st 01 2014. Okay, 31st 01 2000. Next check. 31st 01 2014. Period 1. Okay, now whatever I'm doing, transfer from AUC to final asset.
Mm-hmm.
This is a test run. It's here. This one.
Yeah.
I'm executing it now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it is moving to the final asset. Okay, I go back. Receiver. Okay,
Yeah.
uncheck this test run. Execute in real run. Asset transaction document file posted. Now let us check that. Okay, let us go and check that. Report. EUC gone? Nothing is there now?
Yeah, it's gone.
Got 228 now?
Yeah.
So this come to your conclusion of your, can you, okay? Transferred from your
Hadid.
AUC to final asset. That's it. Yeah. Yes, man.
Oh, so okay. This is the transaction code, right? To move from.
Yeah. Yeah. So I moved the cost from the order to AUC, from AUC to final asset. Yeah. This was a pretty big scenario which took a toll on you people. So I'll take one interesting topic which Amua kept on asking. Foreign currency, Amua.
So, so we finished internal order.
Yeah, we did budgeting, everything we have done it, right?
So I missed it, right?
Okay. We have
So,
done
but yesterday you were saying that you were gonna do something. You need to have the background. Like I don't know. You were saying something. Like there's a
what?
continuation. Like you have to finish.
Yeah,
Whatever.
document splitting. That is document splitting.
Okay.
The thing is,
So we
all
have
the
not yet
internal
covered,
audit is
right?
done.
UGL.
Okay.
I'll take the topic in the last.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
The thing is, controlling done totally.
No, not done. No. Again, I'll come back. Profit center is there, right?
Yeah, I know it's not done, so I just got confused.
Okay, let us show you what. Okay, let us finish this and again I'll come back. Let me finish this foreign currency. Then I'll come back again.
So you're starting foreign currency today?
Yeah, now I'm today starting. Why? We are just logged in, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Alright, Amua, ready to go?
Hey. No, I'm here. I'm here. Yeah.
So what's our company code currency, man?
US.
USD.
USD. If I am transacting in other than USD, that is AUD, INR, EUR, these are called as what?
Foreign currency.
Foreign currency. Okay.
Yeah.
So when you are transacting against a dollar, right, you need to show this, right? When you are transacting with INR or EUR, so when you are doing a conversion, sometimes you will make it a gain or sometimes you will make a loss, right? Agree or disagree on that?
Yeah.
Hello?
Agreed.
Okay.
Agree. So when you are making a transacting and when you are suppose the vendor, you have purchased something from the vendor. Okay. Let's take for INR only. Okay. So 1 USD is equal to 50 INR.
I think
Okay.
61.
Whatever it is. Okay.
Hadid, if I recall correctly, you did that right with me and Kavita.
Yeah, I've already done with you.
Okay, just good.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure. Okay.
Okay. Because you said you wanted to attend this, so I just
Oh, yeah,
picked up in
def-
the same session. Otherwise, I would
Yeah.
have called them 1 hour early, which I'm doing.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Purchases. So if I am making $1,000, okay, 1,000 USD is nothing but 50,000, right? 50,000 INR, right?
50,000.
Hey, getting this, Amua? If you do not understand the basic of it, you will not understand any stuff in foreign currency. I think
Okay.
Farhan agrees on that.
Okay.
Okay, so your $1,000 is nothing but 50,000 INR. Okay, this is at the time of invoicing. But when you are making a payment, when you're making a payment to the vendor, this 1 USD has raised to 60 INR. So
Okay.
INR got devaluated, USD got upgraded, right?
Upgraded.
Mm-hmm.
So when he is making a payment, he has to pay lesser amount compared to this, right?
Yep.
Whatever that conversion is.
Yep.
So when he is paying lesser, so he is gaining, right?
Yep.
Okay. So like when he's making a payment to the vendor to bank, and also you are gaining. So this gain is called as what?
Foreign currency gain. Exchange rate gain.
Realized gain.
Okay.
Realized gain. Clear? This is how you will get
Yeah.
it. Okay. This is the concept of realized gain. Now you have not done the payment. Imagine you have not done the payment. Okay, you have not done the payment still. But still this amount need to be paid, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what will happen? You need to do the valuation of the currency.
Mm-hmm.
Why you need to do that? That is as per the section of your US IAS 21, you need to evaluate your currency. The reason for evaluating the currency is in order to show the true financial position of the company. So when do you evaluate your currency? Only on the last day of the month.
Oh, okay.
You evaluate immediately on the first day of the following month, you will reverse it. Reverse the transaction.
Sorry, can you please repeat it?
You will evaluate this currency, this $1,000, you will evaluate on that given day on the last day. By if I'm not paying on that, what is the loss or a gain that I will be doing it?
Okay.
Making it on that. Okay. So immediately you will reverse it again.
Okay, on the first day of next month, following month. I mean,
Following month. Why do I do it? Because on the last day of the month, I'll pull up the reports, I'm done with it. So I don't need the valuation that to be shown over there, right?
okay,
So
next
reverse
week
it.
reverse it.
So every month this process keeps on going, every month.
But Adi, hold on. The currency, the exchange rate gain, right? It's an income to you, right?
I'm not talking about this, man. Leave this. This aspect is over. I'm giving another aspect to it now. This one is different.
Okay.
Amua, this is different. What I'm talking about now.
Okay.
Don't get
Okay.
into this now. I'm talking about valuation now. This is
Okay.
realized gain. This is I'm talking about evaluating my currency now.
Okay.
Okay, there are some reserves. Some currency is left over in my pocket over there. 50,000 INR. Okay, so I need to evaluate this currency. Okay, so when you evaluate this currency, whether you are making a loss or a gain on that valuation, that kind of a valuation is called as unrealized gain or loss. Clear?
Yeah.
Not clear?
Clear.
Unrealized gain or loss, or we can also call as valuation gain or loss. Clear, Harshita? Now, if you just imagine this way, Harshita, you are having a company. When you are dealing in other than your USD currency, there will be some reserves left in your company, right? AUD or INR or EU or whatever it might be, right? When you're transacting. For that currency, you need to evaluate again the USD end of the month, because you need to show to the shareholders or whoever it might be, the true position of the company, because that currency is whatever foreign currency that will be there in millions of dollars,
Right.
right? So that currency you need to do the valuation.
Mhm.
That is called as an unrealized gain or loss.
Okay.
Okay. Now how do we do this in SAP? Okay. First thing you need to understand is the translation ratio. Hey Farhan, you did this
Yes.
practice?
Yes, I did. Like, it's been a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Translation ratio. What is this translation ratio? 1 USD is equal to 50 INR. Okay. For this, the translation ratio is, if I say 1:1, agree? Disagree?
Yes.
What does 1:1 mean?
Sorry? You can see that now. I just put 1:1 means 1 USD is equal to 50 INR, I'm saying.
Okay, that you're giving me as 1:1. Okay.
I
1:1. The conversion should be in 1:1 ratio. If you take 50 INR, you will get 1 USD. If you go 1 USD, you will get 150 INR.
Yeah.
That is 1:1, right? What if it is 1:10? Then how it will be this? 1:10 or 1:100 means what?
1 US
means-
500. Sorry, go on.
Let's say I keep it as 1:100. So 1:100 means if I take 100 USD, that
5,000.
is equal to 5,000 INR. So this ratio is
1:100.
1:100. Getting this?
Okay, so hold on. So
Ah.
the 1 USD equals 50 INR. It should be 1:50, right? It shouldn't be
Ah.
1. It shouldn't be 1:1, right?
Yeah. 1:1. Yeah.
Why is what? It should be 1:50, right?
Which one should be 1:50, man?
1 USD equals 50 INR.
No. 1:5
should
is what? No. You are bringing that conversion over here. No, I'm telling the translation ratio, the ratio conversion I'm telling you. Hello? If you take this 1 USD, Amo, understand this way. Amo,
Okay.
Amo,
Yeah, I'm here.
if you
Yeah.
take this 1 USD, you go to India, they'll give you 50 INR.
Yep.
If you take this 50 INR to 1 USD, you will get how much?
1 USD.
1 USD. 1 USD. So the what is happening? 1:1 na ratio is.
No, ratio is not 1:1.
Then you are getting 5 times. When you are coming to US, if you say 1:5 means you get 1 USD, you will get 5 times over here.
Yes.
No.
Huh?
Yeah, because if I give you, it's 1:50, 1:50, right? So I give you 1 USD, you give me 50 INR, right?
Yeah.
And then you give me 50 INR, I give you 1 USD, right?
So ratio conversion is 1:1 only, na?
Conversion. Okay, maybe.
50.
So, okay, so maybe conversion is different from doing the math, right?
Yeah, I don't know, man, how you got it. Okay, let's understand this way, other way around, I'll explain you.
Okay.
So if you go this way, 1 divided by 50, I'll say.
Mm-hmm.
It is how much? 0.02 cents.
Yes, mm-hmm.
Okay, this is called as a direct quotation.
Okay.
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 If you say like this, 1 USD is equal to 50 INR, this is called as an indirect quotation.
Okay.
This is called as a direct quotation.
Direct quotation. That is 1 to 50, right? And then this one.
Now what's this? So how many decimals here? 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Suppose in future, okay, Harshita will get excited about this. 1 USD if you take, okay, so you will be getting, let's say, if you take 100 USD,
Mm-hmm.
if you take where the same equation, let's say 100 USD, I'll take it as 5,000
Yeah, 5,000 INR.
INR. Okay, let me put it this way now.
Yeah.
Is equal to 100 divided by
5,000.
how I'm getting? Same thing, see, 0.02.
Yep, same thing.
So in order to put this ratio, I have to put like this, 1:100. The system will not take this way.
Okay. Okay. So 1:100.
Now the same thing, watch this now. 1 USD, if I try to put it as 5,000, 1 divided by 5,000. So how many zeros now?
3.
4, no man, altogether.
Yeah,
Decimals,
4.
all the
Yeah, 4.
decimals.
Yeah, 4 decimal places.
This will not take in SAP. You can go up till maximum 3.
Okay.
So there will be a change, fluctuation in the rate if it not takes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in order to compensate that, your translation ratio will help you to do that.
Okay.
So if it is such kind of a situation, I'll put the translation as 1:100 like this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for the conversion factor. Okay, forget about this. I don't think till now I've used all this conversion. I'm just trying to explain you. It will be always 1:1 only.
Okay.
Okay, maybe if you go to the Zimbabwean currency, maybe there will be a huge fluctuations. Okay, you take 1 USD, you will get there 100,000 rupees of Zimbabwe.
So what you are saying is that even if it's 1 USD to 50 INR, I'm still going to be 1:1, right?
Yeah, conversion, man. How it should convert? Your conversion factor. It should be 1:1 ratio.
Okay. And it's always like that, 1:1.
Yeah, if you say 1:10 means if you take 1 USD, you should get 10 times of this then. 50.
Oh, okay.
1:10 if I say. So if you take 1 USD, the 10 times of that INR you should get. So 10 times of INR means 500 INRs you should get.
Oh, okay. I got it. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
Clear?
Yep.
All right. So direct quotation is clear, indirect quotation is clear. Okay, you have to remember this T code OB08 where we will maintain this. Okay, the table for this is Tker.
Tker.
Table name.
Hadi.
Hmm.
So the direct quote is the 1/50, right? Which is the 0.02, right? And then the indirect is the 1:1, right?
No. If you represent your currency this way, 1 USD is equal to 50 INR, then it is called as an indirect quotation.
Okay. 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 All right. Got it.
Okay, if you represent this way, if you say I want to maintain this way, then this is called as a direct quotation.
Direct quotation. Okay.
This is in the dollar you are maintaining. This is you are maintaining it in the INR, indirect way.
Okay.
Okay. So OB08 Tker is the table name. Table name, Harshita. Table
Oh,
man.
it's
How we
table
see the
name.
table, right?
Mhm.
I showed you, right? SE69, you go and
Yeah.
check the table. Okay, let me show you the paths. Okay, one more thing. All these translation ratios are based on currency type. Exchange rate type. Okay, these exchange rate types are denoted with a single letter M, let's say G, M, B. G is for selling. M is your average rate.
What is default?
I'll tell you. These are, you can create your own also if you want.
Okay.
B is for selling, G is for buying.
Okay.
Something like that. For example, when you go and buy, it will be more, 55. When you sell, you will get less. Something like that, in between, average. Clear?
Mhm. Yep.
Something like this, rates. Hello? Getting this?
Yep, got it.
Okay. Hmm. Okay. Check exchange rate types. I'm just showing you default ones. B, selling,
Okay.
buying. M is an average. Okay. To this, you maintain a translation ratios over here. See. Yes. It is already done. I'm just showing you. M from INR to USD. Here, can you see here? 1:1.
Oh, okay.
M.
M.
Okay.
What's the meaning of M?
It picks based on the exchange rate types.
Okay.
Okay, this is how against this exchange rate types. Against this exchange rate types, you will maintain the rate. I will not
Okay.
If
get
we want to
maintained.
do this, actually, can we go ahead and post new entries with the company code, or we can just start
Not
with
company
previous
code. This is not company code. This is client specific.
ones? Okay.
This is not company code. M, G. It is already there.
So we need not maintain. We can just take these, right?
I'm just showing you. No, if it is required, you need to maintain. No, how it translation should happen.
Okay. How do we need to maintain them then?
New entries
Mhm.
over here.
Okay.
1:1. Enter exchange rates. Now what's this? Position M. Let's say from INR to USD. So what is the rate it has maintained over here? 60.
Yeah.
Did you put in the 60 yourself?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Just make it a note for M for 01, 02, 2014 I maintain 60. Can
Okay.
somebody make a note?
Yep.
Yep. Done.
For the 01, 01, 2014 I maintained as a direct quotation, which is nothing but 50.
Okay. Which is point.
Right,
two.
this is 50, right? 0.02. Just now we
Yep.
have seen, right?
Yep. 1 to 50. Yep.
Yeah. So I said 50, but for indirect I maintained it as 60.
I'm confused.
So you can maintain either direct or indirect,
Oh,
right?
so hold on.
I have increased the rate.
Okay.
Yep.
The
Got it.
month of February, the rate
So
has
yeah.
gone up.
Okay. So you are saying that the rate has gone 1 to 60, 1 to 60,000, right?
Yeah. So if
Okay.
if you want to maintain in indirect, you can maintain 1 divided by 60, then you maintain in the point basis.
Yep. Okay. Got it.
So one I maintain this way, one I maintain this way to make you understand.
Yep. Got it.
Again?
Hmm.
Yeah. Got it. But when did you maintain?
When did I maintain?
Yeah.
I maintained it for the another batch. Okay. Long
Oh,
batch.
okay.
You can maintain, it's not a big one. Just say new entries. M, date, whatever, whether you're making direct or indirect, from INR, direct quotation to USD. That's it.
Okay. Then how do we identify this is ours actually? There are so many M's over
That is
there.
what I'm telling you. This is done at a client level, not at a company code specific.
So this is not assigned to anything, right?
Nothing. It is common.
It's common. Okay.
USD.
INI.
So there are so many M's over there. So can I do again with?
No, these
on the
M's are
same
for
day?
different. Italy, USD.
Okay.
Japanese.
If I want to do it with the same INR on the same date, can I do it? It's not.
Yeah, you can use it. But you need to, we'll keep on changing this, no? Now when we test, we'll keep on changing this.
Okay.
my question was my question was basically you can maintain either indirect or direct, right?
Yeah.
But I think indirect is easier, isn't it? Like it's much easier to maintain instead of doing the calculation for direct.
That depends on the requirement, man. Because if you are looking from the INR perspective, it is easy for you to understand.
Okay.
But if you look from the USD perspective, they will be more easy by maintaining this way.
I'm just saying, let's say if you're doing like a US dollar to Indian INR, so let's say if it's 60.50, so you can just simply put that in indirect. It's easier, you know.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
So this
Up
is really
to you,
means,
that's what I'm telling you.
so you have it like 60 comma and zeros. It really means 60, right? It's just 60.
No, what is happening usually, what will happen in the indirect quotations, for the decimal perspective now, it will take a little bit change in the figure.
Okay.
But in the direct quotation, it will pick up an exact decimal also.
Oh,
Okay, decimals. You know, even if you miss out a 2 decimal point also, there will be huge fluctuation in the rate when you go for $1 million or $1 billion. You're doing.
okay. So in other words, you
So
need
the
to have 4
calculation is
decimals.
more better, like
Yeah. I'm sorry, go on.
No, this is the maximum you can have it, not more than this. Farhan,
Yeah, so what I'm asking in the indirect quotation, what I'm saying is that after 60 you have 4 decimals. So this is a standard way basically, but it cannot be like all zeros.
Yeah.
Obviously, it could be like the 60.1234, you know, things like that.
yeah, you can.
Okay.
It can be. Okay, but try to understand not that decimal perspective. Try to understand this we are maintaining in the form of the currency which we are transacting with over here in indirect quotation. In direct quotation with respect to the currency that our company code currency we are maintaining here
Right, yeah, I understand, yeah.
in the form of that.
Right.
Okay.
It says from INR to USD, obviously, that's why you have direct.
So I'm maintaining USD. So let's say for B rate. You people have made a note? Harshita?
yep.
Okay. So for the B rate it is 0,01250.
Just a minute. Date is 1/1/2014, right? 0.0125. Okay.
0.
And then how about the indirect?
80 man. It's 80. No, I did not maintain.
You don't maintain the indirect, right?
Yeah, it's up to me. Whatever way I want to maintain. But you can maintain either one.
Okay.
Hello? You can't maintain both.
Okay, let's maintain both. Let's do it.
No, it will throw an error. If you want to maintain both here, it will throw an error.
No, he's saying just maintain new entries with direct indirect also.
So one more line he wants to maintain.
Yeah.
So what is the rate you want to maintain?
Yeah, 80. Right?
61.
80.
Yeah.
80 is already we given, na?
81 then.
85 I will maintain.
Okay. But hold on. The 0.125, right? That means multiply that by what? Because let's see.
80.
80, right? 80, right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. That's right. All right.
This is 85. You said to maintain 85, right? I maintained over 85 for this month. From this month.
Yeah, got it.
Okay. Now let's test this. F-43 01. What currency?
Kabir,
INR.
one third, I'm sorry. Kabir,
Yeah, go ahead.
can't we give direct and indirect on the same day? Why are we just, giving one day difference?
I did not get you. What you're saying? I'm giving a difference in the currency. You're saying?
No, difference in the dates actually. Why can't we do in the same day?
No, the currencies will come on a regular basis, right? It not remains the same.
No.
It keeps on
I'm
fluctuating,
not
right?
talking about that, but I'm saying like whenever you're maintaining this, for indirect you maintained as 1-2 and direct 1-1. So why can't we maintain on the same date for both of them?
Did not get you. Tell me over here. 01 on this particular day, it is this rate.
No, you said valid is from 0101 for direct. And for indirect, you said it's from 0102.
No, I'm trying to show you the difference between this indirect and direct quotation.
No, I got that. Why can't you take the valid from date same?
On the same date, this one and this one, it will throw us an error, right? It is already maintained, right? For this particular date.
Okay.
You cannot have both direct and indirect in the same line, basically. That's what.
Yeah.
No, we cannot have on the same line, but
See, you cannot.
okay. No, I got it. We cannot have on the same line, but same date can't be posted twice. I just got that out.
No, you cannot. Na? If you are not having to this, how will you have this again? You cannot, right?
True. Yep, got it.
Okay. Hey, be careful. This currency should be whatever currency you are interacting with. Amua. Okay. Enter. Either you enter here that amount or either you enter here. So what I'll do, I'll enter here $1,000. So how much I should get?
50,000.
Got 50?
Yep.
Okay. I'll go back. Now I'm changing the date. Oh, sorry. Now how much?
60,000.
So what do we conclude with this? Come on, guys.
Depending upon the date, it takes the different exchange rate.
Hold on.
Correct. What else?
Yep.
What else? Important point. Very, very important point. By default, it is picking up M rate.
Direct quotation, right?
M
Yes, by
rate.
default it's taking M1.
M rate. That is how the system behaves. By default, always it picks the M rate.
The average, okay.
So it won't check the
Average.
selling rate.
So it's taking the average between the buying and selling, right?
Default rate. Yes.
Okay.
Always the default rate.
Okay.
Average should be 52.5,
Okay.
huh? 52.5 average should be, right?
No. I just showed you over there, man.
Oh, just an example, okay.
Example.
Oh,
Just an example.
okay.
Okay. All right. Now I don't want this way. I want to pick up either B rate or either whatever rate, B, G, D, whatever it was. Then what should I do? Do you remember this transaction code / and OBA7?
Yep.
What is the document type for vendor invoice?
Here,
Fast. KR. Double click on KR. Can you see your exchange rate type for foreign currency documents? Give it as B.
Yes.
Save it.
oh, okay.
Back. Now I'm doing that. Again invoicing it.
Yes.
You people have noted for B also?
Yep.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. How much it should take now?
80,000.
Huh?
80.
80,000. Got 80 now?
Yes.
Hey Amoa, getting this?
Yeah, so it picks the date and then it brings the exchange rate, right?
No, this time it is picking B rate, not M rate.
Because you change under the
Pay your
vendor.
attention guys, pay your attention guys. This time it is picking B rate.
It is
And
picking.
because we have given the opening.
B.
Where is B?
What is B is asking?
B is for selling. Selling rate.
I made you to note down also. Did you note down that B rate?
Yes.
Did you?
85.
85.
Did you note down?
Yeah. But
M rate, B rate, I made you note down. So now it is picking B rate because I made it in OBA7 for a specific document type.
can you go back to the Excel and let me see what the B rate is?
No, I did not maintain it over here, man. Where did I maintain it?
Where's the B rate you are talking about?
That is the reason I told you. I told you to maintain it. Clearly I told you, please note it down. I told you over here when I was maintaining it, the rate.
So you
Told
give
you
it.
to maintain. You did not maintain. Then you said you maintained it.
No, I meant
No.
I maintained it at 85. I remember, but that means. Oh, okay.
85 is
Okay.
indirect
By
and
default,
80 is direct.
Amua, the system is picking M rate. But
Okay.
my question was, I don't want M rate. I want to pick other than M rate. I want to
Okay.
pick up as per my requirement.
Okay.
Then to a particular document type, I maintain this.
Okay. So, and then my question is that, so I can create my own entries, right? Have my own M rate, B rate, whatever rate I want, right?
But for that, the prerequisite is you have to maintain it in the document type.
In the document type. Okay.
Otherwise, the system by default, it will pick M rate.
Okay.
Okay, that's an interview question. All right. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll remove that. OBA7 AR. I'll remove this. Save it. /n f dash 43.
So it will take the M rate.
Now it will take the M rate. That is what I was trying to show you. Clear now?
Yep.
Okay, that is what I just wanted to show you. So I removed that from there. Getting confused on that, so I just came back now. Now it will take your whatever that rate has been maintained for that particular month.
M
Clear
rate.
now?
Okay. So the question is the B rate, you put it there, right? It's not in the system. You put it there. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Clear? No more.
Yeah. I'm saying the B rate, you put it in the system, right? It's not it's not there, right? The default is the M, right?
Default is the M, but the rate we maintain it. Okay, what exchange rate type has to be picked, then that has to be maintained in your document type.
Okay.
Whatever document type, customer, vendor, GL, whatever document type.
Okay.
Okay. 1 second, just a second. Okay. So now I'll post that entry. /n f dash 43.
Did you talk? Okay.
Yeah.
Hello.
I might as well do this. Purchases Let me call these guys and pick up. Alright, 1 second. Where do we see purchases? There is no purchases only.
There's no purchases here.
Someone stop making noise.
Entry correct?
Yep.
I'll save it. Clear?
Yep.
Not clear?
It's clear.
Okay. So still we have not seen whether we are gaining or loss, right?
Yeah, we haven't seen.
So only at the time of the payment we'll come to know whether we are gaining or loss, right? Amua,
Mm-hmm.
right? At the time of payment, Ashita,
Yep.
right?
Yep, at the
So-
time of payment, yep.
Yeah, so tomorrow we'll do the payment part.
Okay.
Okay, so tomorrow we'll run the valuation as well as this gain and loss. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, Kadir,
Right, and also I'll-
you send us the new
Sam.
link? Yeah. Yes.
You send me that thing, right?
Yeah, it's gonna take about an hour to download, so then I'll give you on Skype. Kadir, I have a question.
Okay.
You sent us the new link basically for the for the Guru meeting, but we had the new link like last week. So which link do we have to follow now?
the same link what we are using.
Because you sent another link today, that's why I was asking.
No, I think they have sent a wrong one, man. This is the link.
'Cause,
Okay?
okay, so same
Hello?
link that we logged in
Yeah,
today.
this same link. This
Okay.
is the link. Yeah, this is the link.
Okay,
No
that's
confusion. This link.
Okay, that's fine.
So the link which you have provided us, 8 a.m.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
Today you sent us another email at 9:51 p.m. like right now, like about an hour ago. It
Did I?
says who sent this? Oh, Amua sent
No,
this.
man, I never sent it.
Amua sent it. I don't know. This is strange. Amua sent this.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. It's okay.
Okay. So Amua is going to take some sessions on FIC, I suppose.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Bye.
Okay. Take care.
Kadir? Kadir?
Yeah. Go ahead, Ashita.
Yeah. Kadir, I have some asset accounting doubts as I told you earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And I got my backup actually.
You got that error also? Now you're able to replicate that error?
No, I got my backup actually today. I haven't checked it so far, but I got my backup what all I had practiced.
Uh-huh.
But
Just
not
check
in
it
this
once,
system.
Yeah.
Not in this system. I got in some other system. So,
In the weekend we'll check it, Ashita.
sure. But because I got in Mac, so I think I'll have to log into Mac that time.
Okay.
He has
We'll
given
check.
me 2 servers now.
Oh, good now. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll check in
Old
that.
one is also not gone now.
Mm-hmm.
And I
We'll check
have
in
one more
that.
doubt, Kadir.
Huh.
Yeah. Kadir, you said like while recording we need to go to settings and we'll have to check as convert it to Windows Media Player.
Uh-huh.
If we don't click that, it is that by default it's taking us GoToMeeting format, right?
Yeah, it'll take in a GoToMeeting format.
Is there anything wrong like it? Like I mean,
No,
we can play
nothing
that
wrong.
one also.
No, nothing wrong. Okay.
So it's okay, right? If it is in
Yeah.
that one or
One
this
second.
one.
Yeah, Harshita, the reason why it's good to have this WMV, you can always convert into AVI. That's what I'm doing. I convert into MP4 player format, so it's easier on your hard drive. It has less space,
Yeah.
basically.
Got to go, man. I need to go.
All
Ashita,
right.
I'll catch you later.
Bye.
Oh, okay,
Harshita.
sure. Okay,
Right.
bye-bye then. Sorry, I'll just email you my phone number. Okay.
Okay, sure.